Making an e-commerce website has never been easier, and in an hour from now you can have your own e-commerce website up and running. It includes a pro design, products, payment methods, shipping, discount, automated taxes, the whole thing. In this tutorial I will show you how to go from zero to a fully functional and automated web shop. In the description of this tutorial I have timestamps, so if you want to go to a specific part in the tutorial you can click on the timestamp and you go directly to that part of the tutorial. When I go too fast for you, you can go to the settings here at YouTube, go to playback speed and slow down the speed of the tutorial. And if you want to go back a few seconds in the video, just hit the left arrow on your keyboard and you will go back 5 seconds in the video. And now if you want to, you can go to the YouTube settings and change the audio track to a different language. So here are the 2 steps we are going to take. So first we get a free domain name and we get web hosting. What is a domain name? A domain name is the address of your website. What is web hosting? Web hosting is a computer that's turned on 24/7 with all the files of your website. All the text, images, emails, all the content on your website. So with your free domain name and web hosting, you are visible on the internet. And then we're going to create a web shop with a Hostinger AI website builder. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. If you already have a domain name and web hosting, you can skip this part. If you don't have it yet, let's go to webhosting79.com, hit enter, and then you can click here to go to Hostinger. Through the years, I've been searching for the best web hosting companies that are also affordable, and then I came across Hostinger. I've been using their services now for 7 years and I love it. And I'm not the only one who thinks like that. If you take a look at reviews on Trustpilot, you see that other people are also really happy with their service. And if you take a look at Google Trends, you see that Hostinger is taking over the web hosting industry. They're getting more and more popular. And why is that? Because the quality of their service is top notch and they're really affordable. So in order to take a look at the plans, we click over here on Start Now. And then we see 3 plans. Well, let me make it really easy for you. There are 3 plans: the premium plan, the business plan, the cloud startup plan. If you would go for the premium plan, you can create up to 25 websites. You get 25 gigabyte of storage, which is more than enough. And it is storage in SSD. If you go for the business plan, you can create up to 50 websites. You get 50 gigabytes of storage, but this time it is NVMe storage. NVMe storage is up to 5 times as fast as SSD storage. Then there's the third plan, the cloud startup. But if you're getting started with 1 website in the first year, or maybe 2 or 5 or even 10, then I would go with the business plan. The great thing is that you can always upgrade later. So what does the business plan contain? As I said, you can create up to 50 websites. You get 55 gigabytes of storage, which is more than enough. You can have up to 5 mailboxes per website, like info@yourdomain.com. You get daily backups, so if you somehow mess something up in your website, you can restore a backup from the day before. You can build an e-commerce website with AI, and that's what we're gonna do in this tutorial. And your website will be fast throughout the whole world because of CDN, and that's included for free. With some other web hosting plans, this costs $20 per month. What else do you get? You get a free domain name. With other web hosting companies, this costs money, but with Hostinger, you get it for free for the first year. And what I also really love about Hostinger is that you get domain privacy for free. What does that mean? Normally, when you buy a domain name, all your information is open on the internet and people can spam you with, hey, I can make a website for you, I can make a logo for you, I can do SEO for you. Your email account will be filled with spam. With domain privacy, all that information about your company, your address, your email address, your phone number, etc. is hidden. With other web hosting companies, this costs money, and with Hostinger, this is free. And to make it even better, you can try the service for free. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you somehow, I can't imagine why, but if you somehow don't like the service, you can get your money back, no questions asked. So I scroll up again, and then I go for the business plan. So I click over here, choose plan, and then you can get web hosting for $3.99 per month if you would go for 48 months. So for 4 years, you can get a web hosting for just $192.52. And I can even give you extra discounts. So if you click over here and fill in the name Ferdy, click on apply, you get 10% extra discount. So you pay $172.37. And that's because you get rewarded if you go for a longer period. If you're like, I want to try it out for a year, then you can switch it over here to 12 months. Then you pay $4.49 per month. You still get a free domain name. And for 1 year, you can have 50 websites up and running for just $53.89. So Hostinger is rewarding you if you go for a longer period. So $3.59 or for 1 year. $4.49 per month, still really affordable. And it all comes with a free domain. So I click on continue. I go for 12 months. And then I need to register an account. I can do that with Gmail, I can do that with GitHub, or I can fill in my email address. So I will fill in my email address. Then I need to create a password and then I click on register. Now I need to fill in some billing details. It's not necessary, but let me fill in my first name and my last name. I can fill this in later. I can add company details, and when I do so, I don't have to pay the taxes that are added to this account when I'm from a different country. I uncheck this. Then I click on continue. And then there are a lot of payment options. And the great thing about Hostinger is that those payment options are based on where you come from. So I come from the Netherlands, so I see Dutch payment methods. But if you're from a different country, it can be that you see your local payment method, and that's amazing. So I can pay with credit card, I can pay with PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Alipay, CoinGate. But depending on where you live, you'll see different payment methods. So I will go with credit card. I'll fill in my details over here. And then I click on submit payment. No worries, later on we're going to get our free domain name. Right now we're going for web hosting. Your payment is done, let's go! I click on get started. Right now I see this in English. If you want to watch this in your own language, every time I look over here there are new languages. I keep it with English. Do I want to create a website for myself or for someone else? I go for myself. Next. Do you want to create or migrate a website? I want to create a website. Next. Do I want to make use of WordPress or the Hostinger website builder? I want to go for the Hostinger website builder. Next. And now I can choose a free domain. So let's go for Ferdy's favorites. And then see if it's still available. And the great thing is I can have a free domain. So there's .com, it's for free. But if you're creating a shop, you might as well go for .shop. Let's see if it's still available. And it's also free for the first year. So you can go for .com, .shop. There are other extensions. I will go for .shop. And then I click on next. I need to register the domain. So it's for personal use or your company. I will use my company. I click on next step and then I fill in all the details. Those are already filled in, only my phone number. And then I click on finish registration. And there you go. Now we can let AI create a website for us. It can be that you're on this page. If that is the case, then go to this icon over here, home, or click on Hostinger. And then we go to websites, we click on it. And then I click here on add website. We're gonna link our domain later. I click on add website. And I want to use the Hostinger website builder. I click on it. And now it's time for the magic. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna create a prompt about creating a prompt. So what I will do, I will go to ChatGPT and I'll say, create a prompt for me about a Hostinger website builder, or for the Hostinger website builder. And then I say, I want to make a web shop where I sell different kinds of products like coffee machines or a hot tub. It's a bit crazy, a lot of different kind of products. If you want to create a web shop with clothes or something else, just write it over here and ask ChatGPT to create a prompt for you. And then I say, make it a maximum of 700 characters. Hit enter. Then ChatGPT gives me a prompt. There it goes. I copy this. I paste it over here in the description. It's 516 words. It's asking me, do you want to add a store? Because they see over here, hey, I want to sell products. Okay, let's add a store. The brand name is Ferdy's favorites. And now I can click on create website. I can also make use of pre-made templates or a link in bio website, but I want to create a website based on this prompt. So I click on create a website. And now Hostinger AI will work on a beautiful website that includes Webshop, which includes products. So we have to wait for a minute. So there it is. The first impression out of the box, coffee machine. So based on what I said about coffee machine and hot tub, this is what I get. I love this. Of Of course, we're going to make it better, but this is a great start. It saves us so much time. So I can click over here, change the colors. And if I'm happy with the result, how about blue? I click on continue. So this is the back end of our website. If I click over here, I can see the front end of our website. So here we can adjust a lot of things. I'll show you how you can do that. The first thing I want to do, we're on a temporary domain. So if I click over here, this is our domain. So nobody knows about this. So what I want to do, I want to go live because then we see the results of the things we are doing in our website. So I click on go live. Now it says your website was updated. So I can view the site by clicking here. So there you go. Nice animations. If I click over here, I see that this product. I can also see related products. I can add it to the back, go to the checkout, and they'll probably say not accessible right now because we need to work on our payment methods and sending options, shipping options. So what is next? Let me show you. I can go over here to the store. Let's take a look at the store first. And the first thing I want to do, I want to add my own product. Right now, there are a few placeholder products based on my prompt, which is really nice. I want to add my own product. Let me show you how you can add a product in the Hostinger AI website builder. I click on add a product. Right now, this is embedded in the website builder. What I also can do, I can click over here and click on manage the store. Then I go to the backend. And now if I go to product, I see it as a whole and not embedded in the website builder. So what I will do, I want to add a product by clicking here, and this process, I personally really like it. I can create a physical product. I can create multiple physical products, a digital product, a service, appointment, a donation, gift card, and print on demand. You can create a whole print on demand website with your logo and stuff. That's for another tutorial. If you want that, let me know in the comments. I want to go for a physical product. So I click over here. And the cool thing is I can upload images of a product, and based on that image, a title will be made, a description will be made. How cool is that? So let's try that. If you want to have some demo content, you can go to ferdy.com/images. Then you can fill in your details and then you can download some files, these files over here. And then if you go to the WooCommerce folder, you can follow along with some images I use if you don't have any images yet. What I will do, I will go to my desktop, to assets, and I want to go to the coffee machine pictures. And over here, I have a coffee machine with some pictures, some different variations. And those are the ones I want to use. So what I will do, I say Command A, I drag them over here, or I can click over here and then browse through my computer. I will release them right now. And there they go. And it says it's creating the text. And once created, we can edit it to make it our own if we want to. And maybe we don't have to adjust anything. So let's see what it comes up with. Maca Master Select Coffee Maker. That's what it read from the picture. Effortless brewing for perfect coffee every time. Bestseller. So look at this. I can use the AI writer to rephrase things, to make it shorter. So let's say I want to change the tone to funny. Why not? And then before it changes, you can decide if you want to change it or not. So I can use this one. I can try it again. I can discard it. So I can make it shorter. So I say shorten it. And this is all based on the image that I uploaded. Okay, let's discard it. I scroll down and the pricing, and don't be fooled. This is placeholder text, but there's not a lot of difference in the color. This is black. This is dark gray, but it's nothing yet. If you click on it and it's you start over here, that means there's nothing filled in. It's not that there's a discount for €1. So the price, $220. It's actually $449 euros. I can have an SKU number. I can have the weight. I can track the quantity. So I can say I have 10 left. And if there are only 2 left, then I want to get a message. Okay, I can save it right now. There it is. And I can view it in the website. So I can click on it. I can view it in the store. Maca Master Select Coffee Maker. There you go. 5 in stock. So I can add it to the back. There it is. It's all displayed really beautifully. So let me close this. What else can we do? I want to change euros to dollars. So in order to do that, I go to the settings and then over here, the store name for Ferdy's favorites. I change the currency to dollar or USD. USD. Well, then I should also change this probably to ounce and inch. So let's do that. So it's all in American style. Okay, back to products. The first one. There's much more we can do. I can add additional information. So the length, sizes, I can adjust, I can add information over here. So say something about the measurements. And I save it. And I save it over here. And I view the site. I go to the shop. So what I'll see over here, I see something about the size. So that's what will happen. I can add another area below that. So as you see, add another section area. Options, this is super important because I have coffee machines in 3 colors. So I click on options. So I will say color over here. And now I can say that there is a black coffee machine. No, a red one. I can add a new one. There is a green one. And there is a blue one. I save it. And now for the red one, I want to select the red one. The green one, I want to select the green one. And the blue one, I want to select the blue one. But since I have 3 different options, I also can change the price. I can change the SKU number. I can change the weight, the quantity. So I have 10 of all of them in stock. So I can keep it like that. If I have only 5, I can change it to 5. And when I have 2 left of the blue one, then I get an email like, hey, there's a low threshold. Custom fields, I can have something like an engraved coffee machine. So write your name on the coffee machine. I can make it mandatory if I want to. I can have categories and there's a suggestion. If you want to have a suggestion, click over here. Coffee machines, edit, and then you can have categories and that can help you or your visitor to browse through your website. You can show related products. You will also like, and then only show other coffee machines or all the products. That's up to you. I can also turn it off right now. I click on save. And now if I refresh the page, look at this. Right now I can see there are 5 in stock, but if I refresh the page, now I can choose the color red. I can choose the color green. And I can choose the color blue. And when I do that, at once, the green one or the blue one or the one that I selected will appear over here. Look how easy this is. I really like it. Write your name on the coffee machine. Don't drink too much. And then it can be placed over here in the factory. I can have 2 if I want to. I can add it to the back. There I go again. I can remove things. It's all really easy to work with. So, so far, so good. What else can we do? If I click over here, store setup, I can add payment methods. So right now, if I want to go to the checkout, it says, hey, there's no payment method yet. Well, this is super easy to do. With WooCommerce and other tools, it took a lot of manual labor to do this. Manual labor is the right way to say that. But right now, let me show you how easy it is. So I will go over here to the store setup, set up payment method. Then we can add multiple payment methods. So let's start with PayPal. Look at how easy this is. I click on connect. I log in. I get a text message. 777 777. Continue. And I go back to Hostinger. Now it is enabled. If I go to the website, I refresh it. I go to the bag or the basket. I go to the checkout. It is possible because we have activated a payment method. And by the way, I really like how this looks. Really clean. I love it. So next one, Stripe. Also easy. I click on connect. I click on connect again. That's it. Now Stripe is also enabled. So we enabled payment methods. Awesome. Now people can pay on our website. Well, when people pay, we need to ship products to their address. How can we do that? I can click over here. I can update my company information. Let me do that first. Ferdy's favorites. Upload a logo. I have my logo over here. My phone number and my address. That is mandatory, the city. And then I click on save. That was the third step. Then I can go to the fourth one, shipping options. Well, if you sell in one country, you can select that country. Let's say I sell in the Netherlands, and I can click over here and edit this. Regular, I could say it's always a certain amount of money. So I can add an option. I can say UPS, and it's always $5. Edit. I get rid of the regular one. So if people buy for $100 or for $1,000, the shipping will always be $5. You can also make it more dynamic. So first, let me get rid of Netherlands, and I want to go for the United States. Okay, all states. And then again, I have the rate of $5, or I can add an option, UPS, add conditions. So order price. So the minimum order price is 0, and the maximum order price is, let's say, $49.99. And then I can say the shipping rate is $5. I add it. Well, then I get rid of the regular fee. Then I can add another option saying UPS. The condition is, it's by the way, $9. If the order is $50, between $50 and $99.99, then people pay $9 shipping fee. Then I can add another option, and then I can say UPS, the shipping rate will be $12 when the order amount is $100 and $299.99. And then I can say, if I want to, that from $300 on, the shipping rate is free. So from $300 until 500,000, edit, that will be free. Awesome. I save it. So let's check it out at the checkout. First, I close this. I go back to the website by clicking View Site. So I go to the shop. I see this over here. It's a bestseller. I want to have the green one. Why? Because I don't like myself. I want to make my life worse. So I buy a green coffee machine. Wow, that rhymes. Ferdy's green coffee machine. Encrypted. I want to have one. You know what, too? Also one for my wife. Or I can have one that is green. Let me get rid of this. And one blue one. And I say Anna's blue coffee machine. Even though it doesn't rhyme, I can add it to the back. So we have two. I click on checkout. Remember, if I buy for more than $300, I have free shipping. So I can only choose a shipping destination, but there's no shipping cost. I ship to the United States. That's the only option because I said over here, it's only available in the United States. I can add a country. I can also send to another country. If you want to do that, you can add it over here. Right now, United States, I can choose a state. Alabama. It's free. If it will be less than $300, so let's see if we can still fix that. Return to the store. Go to the shopping area. Let's see. Okay. This means that it's probably $12. Add it to the back. Checkout. So I say Alabama. And now it's $12. Why? Because we're in between $200 and $300. So super cool. It's all working. It's all looking really slick. Slick is the right word. It looks elegant. It looks nice. It looks clean. I love it. If I click on continue, I need to fill in my details. So let me do that. My address. I click on continue. And now I can pay with PayPal or with credit card. So I click on credit card or other popular payment options. I see credit card over here, American Express. I have no discount. I click on continue. Now I can pay with my credit card details or Google Pay, and then I pay it. I get a message and I can send these products to the address they sign up with. That's how easy it is. I love this. So the store is working. We have products, we have payment methods, we have shipping costs. Let's talk about coupon codes. So what I'll do in the store manager, I will go to discounts. And now I can add a discount. I can do it in percentage or in fixed amount. So I can say you get $20 off, or you can say you get 20% off or 50 or whatever you want. So first we need to have the discount code. So I'll say Black Friday 25. Let's give 25% discount. Of course, when you sell physical products, you need to be careful with the discount. When there's a physical or a digital product, you have more space to give discount, because with digital products, you can sell it unlimited times. With physical, be careful, 25 is quite a lot. But normally when you sell clothes, you try to sell it for 2.5 times the amount. So when you import something for 10 euros or dollars, you should sell it at least for $25. So with that in mind, if you still give 25% off, then you still make profit. So I give it away for free. Normally I only say that in my courses that I sell, but I don't have any courses. So I might as well share it for free, because the more you give, the more you receive. What you reap is what you sow. Give, and it will come back to you. Whoa, press down, shaken together and running over. Give, and it will come back to you. When you give to the Lord. Let's continue. But it's really true. The more you give, the more you receive. Hallelujah. Black Friday 25, discount name. Black Friday campaign. So creative. How did I come up with that name? Discount. The amount is 25% applied to all products or to a specific category. Well, I want to apply to all products. There can be more conditions. Limit the total number of uses for discount. You can say people can use it only one time. It will be linked to their email account or email address. And set a minimum purchase amount. So I can say you can get discount, but then you need to at least spend $50, and that way you can even have more profit. So the higher the number, the higher the profit. I can say Black Friday ends on a certain day, so I can make it start right now or on a specific date and time. I can also set an end date. So let's say in a month, it will be gone. So I can save this. Then I copy this over here. I go to the store, just in case, refresh it. I go to the checkout. I can apply the discount code. Let's see what happens if I apply it. $62.25 off. If I were me, I will buy this right now. The sleek espresso machine, but it's fake. It's not real. It's a placeholder product. Otherwise, with this discount, I will buy it. So that's how you can work with discount. And as I said before, you can also have discount with a fixed amount. So if you want that, you can do that. So let's take a look at the builder. In order to go to the website builder, I click over here and I go to edit website. So let's take a look at the website builder. How does it work? Well, it works quite easy. The first thing I want to do, I want to change the background because I don't like the moving background, the video. So we can do a few things. I can click here on generate image. I can say a couple walking in the streets of Milan, fashion clothes. Even though that's maybe not perfect English, it understands what I mean. They look really good. I can click on create images. So I can grab this image or this one. There I go. If I scroll down, it scrolls with us. But to be honest, I don't like the images that are created. They're also not that sharp. If you want to get images for free, you can go to pexels.com. I prefer to use iStock. So if you go to ferdy.com/iStock, We can search for couple walking down the streets of Italy. I don't even have to say that they look good. They will probably look good. That's all. Okay, you know what? Couple, Italy, city. How about fashion? Now we're getting somewhere. I grab this one. I can download this image. Confirm the download. What I prefer to do for the SEO, rename them couple, Italy, city, fashion, clothes. Let me go to the website. I click over here. I click on edit section. I can have a background color. So let's say this one. I can have an image and I can have a video. I had a video. I want to go for an image, so I replace the image. I click on upload files. I go to my downloads. There I go, 2.8. And then I click on select. There you go. Ferdy's favorites. Okay, so this is all fine for now. If I want to change something, it's really easy. I click over here. I can even double click, triple click, and I can change it. I can change the text. Shop today. I can change the paragraph. I can change the font, change the size, make it bold, make it italic. Do a lot of things over here. As I said, triple click, and then I can write something else. Command Z. So what I would like to do, I would like to bring everything to the center. So I click on edit text, and over here I bring it to the center. Also over here, edit text, bring it to the center. This one. And those two are fine. So now I can start dragging it, and then I see all those guidelines, which help me to place things in the center. Okay, and then those two buttons, one more at the left, one more at the right. Let's see. Let me snap it like that. Okay, well, there's a lot of space here. That's what I can do, really simple. I just click over here, I drag it up. I can bring this down more if I want to, a bit more space, but look at this, how it snaps. So automatically you're placed on the right place. I like it. So that's how you can adjust it, really simple, drag and drop. I can double click, triple click to change the text. If I click over here, every element has their own functionalities, their own styling options. So if I click on edit button, here I can change the text, shop now. It will link to the web address to the website. Opens in a new tab. I don't want that. I can make the link no follow. Then we have the style. Right now the text fill is black and the background is white. I can make it transparent. So over here the slider, if I bring it to the left, or I can make it dark and increase it a bit. Then I can make the text white. I can have a border. So I increase the border width. The radius, I can change it. And if I hover over it, it looks like that. Same with this one. What I also can do, I can remove this one, duplicate this one, bring it over here to the right, and click on it, edit, and I say latest products or whatever I want to say. So let's say about us. I can change the link to a specific page. About, open in new tab, no thank you. Then there's the style. Let's make this one white. And then the text dark. When people hover over it, I can change it to the other way around. Let me see. Hover, text color should be white, so I don't know what's going on. There you go. How does it look? By the way, let's update the website first. Close this. How does it look on a phone? I can click over here. There are a few things I need to change. So this looks good. Let's bring this to the center. Let's bring this to the center. I can decrease this a bit if I want to. I can also bring this more to the top. And the great thing is it will now have two different settings, both for the desktop and for the mobile. So if I go to the desktop, it's again as I decided it to be. And here it looks like this. So I can click on the section or over here, edit section, and then the image. I can change the position if I want to. I can change the overlap. So there's a lot we can do over here. If I go back, I go to the section. There's the image and I want to change the layout. So I can make it darker. I can make it lighter. So that's how you can adjust things in your website really easy. Click on it, you can drag it around, you can change the text. If I take a look at this, I want to have a bigger roundings. I click on it, edit the image, then I go to style. There's the corner radius, let's say 20. And then I can do the same over here, edit image, style, make this 20. And the latest one, edit image, style, make it 20. So just a matter of clicking and adjusting things. If I want to change this image, I click on it, edit image, replace the image. I can upload one or I can generate one using AI. So I can say coffee machine in beautiful office on the top in a penthouse. Let's create the image. I select this one and there I go. That's how easy it is. Super cool. So you can use photos from iStock or just photos like these from Hostinger itself. Okay, this all looks great. If I don't want to have an area, I can click on it. Click on the delete area. I can change the information over here. I can add the social icons, so I can add a link to Ferdy.com. Adjust everything so all the information is right. If I want to make a darker area, I click over here, edit the section. I go to the background. I can use one of the colors, as you see. I prefer that there is a small change per section. So you see it also here. I can make it a little bit darker, just like the other one. Let's see, was it this one? No. This was the blue one. Let's see. Edit section. It was this color. Okay, then I go over here. Edit section. Change it to this color. I can take a look at the mobile view. Beautiful. Over here, triple click. Save big during Black Friday. Use coupon Black Friday 25. So you get 25% discount. Over here, edit section. You can change the background color, grab some attention by changing the color, but I prefer to use the colors of my theme, which is this one. Okay, I can change my logo. Let's go to the header. If I click over here, right now it's the text. I can replace the image. Then I need to upload files. Let me upload 2 files, the fave icon and the logo. I open this one. I select it. Ferdy's favorites. Since I see this orange color, I want to let that color come back in my website more often. So what I can do, I can go to the styles. I can change the color. So let's change this one. I can do it like this, or I can paste the color over here. Accept. So now we have this orange color. And now if I go over here, I edit the section, I can use this color. Get some attention. So update the website. And now if I would go to, let's go to one of the product pages. Yes, this is what I hope for. Now this is orange. That's what I prefer. So the colors of our logo will come back a bit more. By the way, this color is darker. So what I can also do, this is only used 2 times. But if I would change this color, which is used a lot, then we'll go for a darker color. Or I grab the color from the logo, which I can again not see. But then it will be changed on all those places in the website. Update the website. So if I close this and I close this, I click on preview. I can click on shop now. I can scroll down. I see the images I created. I can click over here. I can select a different color. I can add something. Ferdy. I want to have 2. I add them to the back. I go to the checkout. I can enter discount. Black Friday 25. Apply. There you go. I can choose the state. I can see what it costs. Nothing, because we have more than $300. I click on continue. I can fill in my email, my full name, my address, and then I can choose a payment method, PayPal or credit card or other payment methods. And then when I order something, I get an email like, hey, there's an order. I need to make sure that I ship the right products to the right address. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So what else can you do? Of course, we can go to the elements and we can add text, buttons, links, galleries, images. So for instance, I can create a new area. I add a section. I can make use of something that's pre-made. Bam. I don't need this. Remove, remove, remove. There's something over here. I get rid of everything I don't need. I can change the colors to the colors on my website. Let's do something slightly darker. Okay, and now I can go to elements. I can add a video. I can change the size of it. So let me go to YouTube. I grab this link from a fashion show, edit video. I place it over here. I can say autoplay. I can make it loop. I can make sure that people don't see the video controls. And if I update the website, I can view the site. And there it is. I can play this. That's how easy it is. What else? I can add a shape, a map, Instagram feed, contact form. So I can get rid of this one. Elements. I drag the contact form over here. Let me close this. I drag it over here. I click on edit form, and then you see over here that it goes to this email address. I can change it, of course. I can also view the submissions. So when people fill in this form, I can see an overview of all the submissions. I can change the fields, change the order. I can add other things. So I can click on the plus or go for a few other options. I can take a look at the button, change it, bring it somewhere else. When people submit the message, I can link it to a certain page, a whole thank you page. I could create that page and then link it over here. Right now, I just say, thank you. We will be in touch. Then we have the style or the form fields or submit button, backgrounds. We can change all this stuff. Change the text font, change the colors. I like to add the radius. How about 25? That's how old I am. Just kidding. 14 years ago. Wow. And if I update it and I view the site, now I can fill in this form and then submit it. And then I get a message in my inbox and I see the submission here at Hostinger. So if I don't like it, I can bring it back, Command Z, but I'm okay with it. So that's how you can change things in your website. Well, there is an area that is seen everywhere, and that is the header. So if I click on the header, I can edit this header by clicking here. I can make the header sticky. So if I scroll down, it will stick with us. Look at this. It sticks with us. I can change the spacing between elements. You see it over here. I can change the spacing between the menu items. I can make it less high, change the height. I like it to make it narrow. I can change the order. So right now I prefer a logo at the left, menu, and a card at the right. I can also bring it to the center like this. That's also what I like. I can add elements. So if I go to the elements over here, I can edit social media icons. I should not do this. This was cool in 2016. You don't want to distract people anymore with this. You can place it in the bottom of your website, but not in the header anymore, if it's up to me. I can have a call to action. I can have the shopping cart. And if I take a look, if I turn something on over here, I also see the options. So I can change my logo. I can change the shopping bag. I can say a cart over here, but I think it speaks for itself. I can go for the style. I can change the background color to something else. I prefer white. I can make it transparent, make all the text white by making it white over here, like this. I prefer to just keep it as it was, no transparent background. When you hover over it, I don't want to change anything. So that's how you can change the header. And if you update it, and then if I refresh this, it looks like this. I can go to other pages, to the About page. If I want to change the order over here, I go to Pages. I can drag it here below, and there it changes. And then I can update the website again. Okay, let's refresh it, and there you see it. So if I would go to the About page, it looks like this. If I want to adjust anything over here, I can click on it. Okay, now I can change this to About. I can change this text. I can use the AI writer. I can change these numbers over here. I can change this image. And as I said before, I can add a section, choose one of the templates or generate one. So let me say I want to share 3 parts of my business: making websites, SEO, and advertising. Let's see what it comes up with. There you go. Our services: advertising, website, web design, SEO services. Okay, if I like it, I can save it. I can go to the shop page. I really like it. Reviews, I can change that. Content, I can go to the contact page. Change the information over here. Change this to Ferdy and hook@gmail.com, or better, info@ferdysfavorites.shop. I can make it a link, save it, go back to the homepage. And when I'm happy, and I know it's all optimized for all devices, I can update the website once again. Great. Then I want to take a look at SEO. If I go to Pages, the homepage, there's no SEO. So I can generate new SEO info. Right now it looks like this. I can add keywords. If I click on this area, I can change this text, and I click on next step. I can choose the keywords, garden furniture, or this one. I can choose 3. Next step. And if I like it, I can finish it. And now it's checked. I can do the same with all other pages, and in that way optimize all pages for the search engines. And that brings me to my favorite subject. The subject is taxes, and not the state taxes. No, paying taxes to the government. In order to configure the taxes, we go to settings over here at the store manager. I scroll down, I go to taxes, and I want to add tax rules. So let's say I'm going for the United States. I say United States taxes. So let me go for United States. It's over here. Save it. And the tax name can be VAT. The tax rate can be 6%. To apply taxes to shipping costs, it's up to you. I say no. But over here, there are a lot of states. So what I could do this for every single state. So over here, I could uncheck everything except California, save it. So over here, I changed to California, save it. And then the rate is, let's say, 7.25. What else I can do? I can go to tax jar, United States. There you go. And I see California 7.25. Okay, I save it. Then I go to taxes, and there it is, California. Edit tax rules. I go for Alabama. So first I go for United States again. Then I click on the state. I uncheck everything except for Alabama. You see California is already checked or grayed out because it's already active. Then I go for Alabama. Where is Alabama? Once, a few years ago, I learned them all. I think 10 years ago. No, not 10 years. I think 2007. Sweet home Alabama. 4%. So, I save it. VAT. 4%. I hope there will be a better way for this. Right now, this is the best way to do this. It takes some time. You have to do it only once. But then based on where people live, the taxes will be calculated automatically. Party people, once in a while, I like to wear something different than the thing I always wear. So I hope you can get used to this. But I will make myself smaller in the corner so you don't have to be distracted by this. What I want to do now, probably when you got your domain, it was linked already. So you built your whole website using the Hostinger website builder on your brand new free domain, .shop or .com or .something else. Not literally .something else, but and then whatever you have chosen. If that was not the case, and you want to link it, you create your website, you want to link it to your domain, let me show you how. I go to websites, website list, and there is our temporary domain. I can click on edit website. There I see this website. Now I can click on connect domain, change domain. Now by default, I will already see all the domains I own. If you already have a domain and you use it for something else, you want to create a new one, you can do that. Ferdy school furniture. It's still available. But look at this. This is so cool. If I want to add a second domain, only $2.99 for the first year. It's so cool. I already have one. That's Ferdy's favorites.shop. I select it. I click on next. And remember, right now it's parked or it's not in use. Now I click on continue. So now this website, which we made, or this is a different example, is now over here. So if I refresh this, it is now showing our website. So that's how you can link it. So what we've done, we created an AI website, or we created a web shop based on an AI prompt. I showed you how to create products, how to add payment methods, how to add shipping methods, how to add taxes. We talked about how to change the look and feel, both for the desktop versions as for other devices. And we have all done this within 1 hour. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Feel free to like the video. Feel free to subscribe for more upcoming tutorials. And then I wish you the best with everything you do. Bye-bye.